footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunters are of the playbook, breaking down the Bengals versus the Steelers. Let's start with the Bengals in this game. Let's look at their offense and attacking the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. You look at what they were able to do last time. They were able to move the football with the intermediate passing game. The protection of the football will be vital this week against Pittsburgh. If you can protect the football and limit the turnovers, the Bengals can have some success throwing the football. You look at what the Chiefs were able to do against Pittsburgh. That up-tempo, fast style of play works well against an aggressive defense because it gets the football out of the quarterback's hands immediately, and therefore is going to open up a little bit more room for the running game. Cedric Benson and company should have some success running against the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Now you look at stopping Pittsburgh. I look at where the Bengals are strong at their defensive line, and they have to do a job this week. Find some way to dominate Pouncey in the middle. Interior pressure disrupts Ben Roethlisberger as it does most quarterbacks, but if they're able to find a way to penetrate that A gap over Pouncey, who's a very good center, they could have some success. So the interior defensive lineman, I would try to get a lot of different games going, a lot of different stunts going. Interior pressure will help neutralize that Steelers passing attack. And you have to find where Mike Wallace is, and you have to make sure you keep him bracketed. Always keep a safety over top and do not allow him the ability to get inside. So wherever he's lined up, you have to protect inside out. So stay on his inside, make him work that sideline. That sideline will be the defender's best friend, and also keep that safety over top. And that way, Roethlisberger has to go to these other targets consistently. Now you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers offense in this ball game. I like the way they're incorporating Rashard Mendenhall, who runs with burst and quickness. This guy is one of the premier backs, I believe, in the league. And when attacking the Cincinnati Bengals, they are very stout at the point of attack and stopping the run. So you have to get creative to get him the football. So I would utilize a little bit more toss sweeps to get him to the edge, and that way you get those guards who I think are fairly athletic out there on the perimeter to pull, because Mendenhall has the vision and the cutback ability to hit those cutback lanes and burst through the hole. So I would try to get him a little bit on the perimeter and not more downhill running this week, but a little bit more toss sweeps, a lot of pitches to get him outside. Now, you look at the defensive side of the football. Andy Dalton was able to handle his business against the Steelers in whatever week they played out. It slips my mind right now. But where they were able to win was that they were able to cause turnovers. I like the way they bait young quarterbacks, and they're going to have to do the same thing this week against Andy Dalton. You got to bait this guy to make those throws, because wherever he decides to throw, it's a decisive throw, and it's a chance for the corners to jump those routes. Ike Taylor does a great job of being physical with wide receivers, and therefore forcing Andy Dalton to throw that errant pass and jumping those routes. Anytime Ike Taylor catches an interception, it is a cause for celebration. This guy should make the Pro Bowl and make an All-Pro team. Now, right now, we don't know if Troy Polamalu will be back there healthy, but if he isn't, it's still all about stopping A.J. Green. X factor for the Cincinnati Bengals has to be discipline. They cannot turn the football over, and they could win this ball game. X factor for Pittsburgh in this matchup has to be the safety play. If Polamalu is going to be out, they have to do something to make sure they cover the tight end, because Jermaine Gresham is one of the premier young tight ends in this league, and they're going to try to feed him the football throughout this ball game. I'm going with Pittsburgh in this matchup. Reason being, I like the Steelers playing at home. I like the way they play with tempo and pace, and defensively, they're starting to get their groove in stopping teams, especially when it comes to red zone defense. For more NFL previews, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL or visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan. And listen to the Football Game Plan radio show, which airs Saturdays, 11 a.m. Eastern Time at blogtalkradio.com/footballgameplan.